Hello and welcome back to Rome Total Realism Imperium Surrectum version 0.6. We are finally on to the next session of play. I played everything in a marathon for the first 6 episodes, and you can see my play slipping at the end of episode 6. This war down here was rough. Obvious mistakes were made handling these sieges. And we're gonna fix this. We're gonna make a temporary fort. We're not gonna worry about being on the defensive here. We have time, and we're gonna buy the time by dropping that, leaving behind a tiny garrison, and going to take out Trozan immediately here. Additionally, this guy should be able to lead the army properly and reinforce them, making it an easy steamroll over fights. Next, we're declaring war on Athens, but before we go, it's probably worth dropping at least a tower or 2 on the way down. I need to watch my movement carefully to make sure I don't run out. But since Athens has colonies up here now, it's probably a good decision to not, just leave my borders completely unwatched. I will be leaving them ungarrisoned, though. Don't be crazy. I think I can make it here and get to Athens. We have to take it like one step at a time, though. We have just enough movement. Don't you dare do it to me. Oh, that is close. That is close. The army has to launch the siege first because he is out of movement. But we launch the siege here, build a pile of ladders, build the tower here, and then we come back down to lead the army. And now we can see our coast. If Athens is coming, we might get half a turn of extra warning. Those towers weren't as helpful as I imagined they'd be. Oh well. At least we can see the rebels now. I like having this vision. It does feel relevant, even though it might have just been a waste of 2,000 gold. Speaking of, do I need more units here? They do have Athenian Epibati, which look incredibly good. Aesthetically, I mean. Their stats are also very, very solid. We're probably gonna need to hire mercs here. If they sally forth, I have archers, and they don't. I wouldn't put it past very hard cheats to be able to win on very hard with this. What's the upkeep of hiring mercs? What am I actually wasting for safety? 1,000. I'll waste it. I am afraid of that sally. I hate doing it, but I feel like it's necessary. Next, we have this major army assembled over here. Take everyone except for the governor. And they can't get anywhere, unfortunately, because if you're in the city, you're not getting the bonus movement speed. So we're just going to walk down into the middle of this area and fully body block a zone of control so that Sparta can't possibly come north. Taking another step should be fine, but also it doesn't do anything, not really. We have some more units that we've just recruited that join up with this army. And some units that we've just recruited that lag behind and look very sad. Can I walk back to pick them up? Zone of control still blocks. Yeah, I'm gonna walk back and pick them up, just in case the movement somehow matters next turn. That is all of my armies managed. The 2 sieges I'm capable of launching this turn done. Athens is not really able to move very much. Like, they can get to me, but not to the siege itself, right? They can only get to my settlements because they'll be body blocked at Megara, at Thebes, and then at Tangra. They just cannot get around through all the mountain passes if I control all the cities. So they won't be able to relieve the siege, and we can regroup and have a proper field battle with this in the future, just not right now. Now, going through my cities, because I'm sure I've at least messed up one of them. For instance, in Ellis, you can see that I've kept buildings they haven't been using. However, while I don't intend to use the stables, I might keep it just in case I change my mind down the line, because taking a look at this, you can see that Tier 2 barracks is actually useful. It gives you access to Theriophoroi, and down the line even, going over to Tier 3 recruitment, with a 3rd tier barracks, we can recruit those incredibly durable, far superior to our own Elian Hoplites, and that seems like a reason to keep this. I can't imagine having unique melee infantry here. We're ever recruiting cavalry here. It just seems so unlikely. And right now, we're recruiting these guys. Is this from the barracks or is it from the practice range? I'm gonna drop a save and disband the practice range. These archers suck. They're fucking terrible. Greek archers have been reduced to levy troops since when I played Epirus, and they've lost like half their missile attack. I think over half. I think it used to be 9. So they're so bad, especially against the armor we're seeing. I'm gonna save in case I'm wrong about this because I can't check now that wait, no, I can just go to a different settlement. What am I doing? I'm so dumb sometimes. Come over here, check this out. I don't have a practice range here, I have a barrack, so I can confirm that the practice range doesn't need to be here. We're not going to make the bad archers anymore, and the reason we're not going to make the bad archers anymore is so we have access to the Aetolian slingers, who are much better. So our current recruitment is 3 Theriophoroi, 1 slinger, and 1 hoplite per turn, or per 2 turns rather. I would like to expand my recruiting center over here to Stratos and to Onidai, because they both have access to those Aetolian slingers, and I mean, I just need a good base of ranged units. I probably have the same access here, don't I? No, I don't. The Achaean League stuff is only on the left side. So these 3 places might be producing my ranged units for the foreseeable future of the game. And to that end, the infrastructure I'm willing to invest in right now is ranged infrastructure. I imagine that I don't need tier 2 for slingers, right? No. So by building this now, I get access to a second Aetolian slinger immediately. I think it'll be a long time till I'm able to recruit 3 at a time, but it's also 9 turns till this would be finishing. And just having this done gives me nothing. Yeah, there's nothing baseline here, but still, I think it's worth starting down that route, because I think nothing else is as important. All right, I'm gonna keep investing money into it. I'm gonna take Achaean recruitment too. I'm gonna start working towards the Elysian hoplites. Is that what they're called? That sounds wrong. I added some letters, just Elian hoplites, but still worth doing. And I've checked pretty much all my lands. I haven't gone through these yet, but I don't think there's anything left of note in AOR from what I currently have. Because, like, yeah, we do have access to the Ocean hoplites, and they are better than mine, but not substantially. And a lot of the hoplites I have access to, like the Aetolian hoplites, are actually just kind of trash and not even meaningfully good. We are supposed to be growing in Thebes, and we're currently not. That probably takes precedent over this. This is so much money that I don't have to try to go for that. I think I just have to settle for where it's currently at, because there's always going to be more pressing concerns for the foreseeable future. Eventually, there won't be. But we're not quite in the sail to Carthage and buy elephants part of the game yet. We don't have that much expendable money. The reason I've already sent the ship is because we need to get there when we do have the money. We need to be planning for it. All right, after a quick check, nothing else has grown. There is no other AOR stuff to talk about. The fort wall is holding in the north. The fort wall in the south probably won't hold, but I don't respect the AI's ability to do naval invasions. And I have good reason to disrespect the AI with regards to naval invasions. If you look at the Antigonids over here, I don't know what this is about. Right, so some of these garrisons don't need to be here anymore. And Corinth looks like it needs a garrison, right? Like, looking at Corinth, it would be nice if it couldn't be conquered randomly in 1 turn. Nothing else is in any danger. This unit is wholly unnecessary as a garrison. So what I want to do is find the least damaged garrison, so this one at 45. And they're gonna get pulled back at some point. I don't currently have a boat. Oh, wait, do I not currently have a boat? Is that true? I use my only boat. I can't retrain right now. We have to carve a path to be smarter to retrain? That's terrible. Delphoi might be under siege this turn. We need to recruit the boat here. We need to start this boat now. That's very important.
My lord?
I will bring this guy down all the same. There's no reason for him to garrison up there. It's a completely wasted move. That's not necessarily true. It blocks the entrance to this area. So by staying here, it means that Athens can't potentially get up into here in the next few turns. So I am going to keep that, actually. Oh, right, yeah, they're pissy. They hate this. I forgot that they care about garrisons, so they have wants and needs. That's true. All right, that sorts that. Athens can't get there this turn. That's what matters. Oh. Is that true? It looks to me like Athens can't even leave, and this is all a lie. This should be body blocked by zone of control, right? No, you can slip out there, meaning they could take this. In that case, I have to move to Chalkis, and this place is furious, and I can't fix it. They're not going to rebel in 1 turn at 65%. They will be dealing damage to buildings and wasting my money, unfortunately. I can't recruit anything for the population trick. I could try with boats. Nope. Well, they're going to riot. Nothing to do about it. Let's see if I have any agents that need to be moved around. I obviously have a spy somewhere in here. All the way at the southern tip of the Peloponnesus, and oh my god, I'm actually proud of Sparta. They've moved their garrisons out of their cities. Look at them go. I'm just gonna come up to here and watch, I think. I don't see any real reason to stay down there, because I think anything important happening will involve leaving that area. Yeah, I'm gonna start moving north entirely. Go look at the Antigonids again. And of course, as always, we're wandering around with Diplomat.
Leave us be.
Yeah, my bad. Dude woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. All right, we're gonna walk away from him, get back in vision, and queue up talking to him so we can see where he goes next turn. In terms of production, we're not doing terribly, but we're not doing great either. Traders are pretty cheap, so anywhere that doesn't have a trader, I'll drop one of those. You know, anything that's not producing already, at least. And then I'll do the building of commerce, the shrine of commerce rather, as well. How much does a basic port cost? Ugh, no thank you. I'm gonna build the market in my capital because I want the spy. Although it would make more sense to build it somewhere that's not actually producing things so I can produce the spy without getting in the way, and I'm already doing that. Look at me go. Good job, past man. So the tier 2 Temple of Hermes is not a great return of investment. Let's not build those either. These people are already pissed, so there's no benefit to keeping their current temple. Just going to disband it then. And instead drop them in the shrine to maximum happiness, which I believe is Dionysus. We're gonna put that in front of the farm real quick. And obviously they're gonna be mad. There's nothing else to do this turn though. They can riot about it. We'll sort out the garrison next turn. It's not a huge deal. Although I hate wasting money. And I honestly do think the best thing to do with my last 4,500 denarii is to hold on to it for more efficient investments in the future. Like, I have no difficulty burning 4,000 denarii. I could very easily and quote-unquote efficiently use, like, 100,000 denarii this turn, but I need to save it for more efficient uses in the future rather than just buying, like, a one port right now. Athens' response was infinitely shittier than I thought it could possibly have been. They just sort of juddered around and stopped. That's not allowed, Epirus. Oh no, they got in a boat. Shit, they're geniuses. That's really dangerous. I mean, the part where the boat just didn't do anything isn't great, but the rest of it is still quite scary. Alright, let's see if Sparta knows about boats. They're attacking the fort wall? Nothing. Got them. My defenses are currently holding. I'll admit they're stupid defenses, but they're holding all the same. If a candidate for adoption, as always, the answer is yes. I'll take any random schmuck off the streets. I need all the generals I can get, because you're the cheapest garrisons I have access to, and the city makes more money if they're there. It's a net gain. Getting right into it, I'm going to withdraw so I can actually see what those units do. 47 defense, morale 17, and melee attack 16. The Athenian Epilectoi is pretty damn solid. The Athenian Epibate isn't quite as good. It's a swordsman with javelins, but its stats are still very, very solid. And of course, this is going to be their faction leader, right? Yeah. But we have numbers on our side and ranged advantage. We're just going to pin them and shoot them right in the back with Cretan archers. That's the only real strat we have, and it's a pretty good one. We will need to deal with their general first, but we have a 2 gold chevron faction leader. Now, I will admit, I still don't feel great about this. You get 7 volleys at missile attack 8 on the Greek Peltast, and they're otherwise just trash. These guys will not be beneficial in any way. Just straight up, they will not be helpful. Wait, is it the same? Is it the previous guy just on a horse? They have 7 volleys. There's less of them, though. I said before, this is the worst possible use of 3,330 denarii that I can imagine. But those Athenian Epilectoi scare the shit out of me. I'm gonna take this. I like throwing javelins in the backs of hoplites. Like, if episode 1 taught anyone anything, it's that in a pitched battle city siege where you're gonna be fighting slowly, grindily for the square against hoplites, javelins are pretty good. And if you're in any sort of city siege, you can even engineer that sort of stuff in other weird locations as well, because the AI is so strange and abusable. I think that will make the fight cleaner, and it will give me a garrison if it gets messed up badly, which it probably will. Anyway, without further ado, let's go start this fight. This should be easy. I'm not even gonna click auto resolve. I don't need to see it say crushing defeat, 900 losses. I don't need to click it to know just how badly it'll rob me. We're on very hard. You don't get to press auto resolve unless there is no general and a maximum of 3 guys. So the plan is obvious. We put all of our units over here to draw the defense over here, what little defense that can be had, and we put our 1 unit that we hate right here, next to where there's no defense on the wall. There's just a tower gap in every city like this. And this is going to be the fastest way we can get there with minimal losses. Although we should have done it on loose formation, but it's fine. These guys will eventually become a garrison. I'm just trying to thin them out for future economy. That's what we're doing. We definitely didn't just forget to click the button. That would be ridiculous. And so begins the slow and arduous process of running a lap around the entire city so that we get all the towers. Otherwise, I will lose hundreds of men to the towers, whether it be by mistakes or bad pathing. Right, the AI is a genius and it's electing to keep one of its only units on the wall after we're all inside the city. I'm gonna need to keep a lookout for that guy getting off the wall, but for now, things are great. Right, I don't think they're gonna come to fight me here, but I have to wait and check just to make sure I don't like run forward and get caught out of position. It looks like we're good. I'm trying to reposition my archers all the way around the map so I can get the flank on them in the future. If they're fighting there, that's actually fine. That's fine. Just means I have to come forward on all of this. Put on fire at will here. And all of my ranged units just keep running around. You'll get there eventually. You don't need to participate. And we can fight here. It's not going to be great for us. We'll eventually lose, but we're getting the point here. We might just win King of the Hill because these units are so durable that we might win King of the Hill before any viable alternative presents itself. I don't want to capture the point here. I want to be clear with my general that I don't want him going anywhere near the point. I can't get a blue highlight though. But I want these spearmen getting to the point before I alert them. They're turning around, I think. I can't quite tell. Right, they should definitely know now. And they didn't do anything about it. We're good, we're good, we're good. If they didn't respond to me touching the point, then they're not going to. These guys also haven't responded. Hey, you. Smash them. Make a sandwich. Everyone over here, it turns out your services were unnecessary this day, which is great news. But this should just be a 3-minute mosh pit before we win King of the Hill and they time out. The other one's not interested in coming to stop me, so that's that. I'll admit this isn't how I thought the siege would go. It's a great result. Like, small casualties on the spearmen hardly matters. But it's absolutely not the expected outcome of this battle. This is crazy. This is the stupidest result that could have happened. Yeah, 30 seconds left. Unless they chain route and just push through my units like they're not there, it won't matter. And if I see any route here, I'm just going to charge my general to make sure end battle. Easiest Athens siege of my life. All right. It's 5,600 population to disperse. That gets a town growth in Ellis. Wonderful. Gonna queue that up immediately. Use most of my money, but it's fine. We'll make a ton of it back because we have a tier 4 here, and we definitely don't need that. And I'm gonna spend a second checking out the AOR stuff, take a break, and I'll be back to you when I know what I'm doing with Athens. But spoilers, I already know it's gonna be a retraining point because eventually we're going to war with Anatolia, with Rhodes, with Crete, with so much stuff to the east that this is gonna be our closest place to refuel our troops. My faction leader has gotten... I think my faction leader just got another trait for conquering Athens. He's getting a lot of influence from all these famous cities he's conquering. And the Ptolemies are about to kill Pergamum. I don't know if they should have started that war. Pergamum was the aggressor in that somehow. That's crazy. We are not currently equipped to fight the Athenian army. That's just not a thing we're good to do. Wait, after the riot, they're happy. Why are they happy? What gave you the additional happiness to be okay right now? 1 second. Whatever. Oh, their unrest is going down. They were recently conquered. Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna take my spy up towards the Antigonids. It's hilarious to me that I'm at war with basically all of the Greek world at once. Like, obviously not the Eastern stuff, not the major wins or the minor wins past Anatolia. But I'm at war with Epirus, the Antigonids, Athens, and Sparta all at the same time. And it's decisions like that that are the reason that we need to send a boat to Carthage. We want to be watching this so that we can backspace if we see another boat. But, like, this feels so unsafe. This feels like I'm just gonna trip into a pirate and throw away money and family members. Especially when it routes this close to the coast. Sorry, you spooked me, Rome. My bad.
Yes, sir.
All right, I probably should have brought a diplomat as well so they could get trade rights with... it would just be Syracuse, who cares?
Yes, sir.
I may as well... no, I shouldn't stop now. I should stop on the way back. But if I could recruit like a pretty cool mercenary army of high quality units, like the upkeep would be worth it. I'd like to bring that back. Yeah, checking out tier 3 recruitment, we can get access to the Athenian Epibati. Right now, we'd also want to get... oh, can we not get their actual hoplites? That makes sense. Their hoplites would be a part of their core stuff. You couldn't just get them yourself. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of anything labeled light infantry in this game, but their stats are good. Can't take that away from them. Missile attack 13 is just a fucking lot. Like, that hurts. That's dangerous. I'll definitely use them at some point. I'm interested in it. This is going to be a training point regardless. Oh, but I'll end up losing access to it, won't I? Yeah, because there's a unique thing about this. I don't think this was in realism originally, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with it as a design choice, but if we check out tier 4, you'll see the Athenian Epibati aren't there anymore. Getting access to your most elite troops implies that you so thoroughly colonized the area that you've essentially killed their original culture. So if I want to retrain the best stuff in my empire, whatever it is that's unique to tier 4 would be at the cost of anything unique to Athens. That's not a big cost. I wasn't super concerned with that, like the Epibati, but it's still sad to lose access to them. That's fine, not a big deal, but worth remembering.
My lord.
Anyways, I hear we have another siege to do. There are 2 people in here. This can't possibly be hard, although I do only have 1 unit of spearmen. I don't think there are any mercs to hire. What am I doing? I just freed up an entire army and they can't reach. Oh. The faction leader can get there. Having the faction leader here for the increased command stars and just for the sheer amount of cavalry he represents is probably worth doing. All right, I think the first step of this war with Macedon, which I got stressed out, so I'm doing something else now, is just to, not the first step of our war with Macedon, the first step of our war with Sparta is to knock out this city that Sparta never took themselves, so that we can actually get around and move between things. We might just kill the Messene now, because I mean, they're right here, they're in the way, you know? And they're allied with Sparta, so it's only a matter of time for a variety of reasons. I shouldn't need to bring my general here. I just shouldn't. We can do this. I'm anxious about it because my army is so tiny and so shit and they have 2 actual units. I'm honestly not convinced this is doable. This army is so bad. Is anyone around? We can get another general. We can at the very least, we can get 2 more generals. Those guys just got adopted. They might not live long. We just recruited this guy too. That's really helpful. That's actually a big fucking deal. That spearman matters so much. Thank you, Corinth. We're good. We're far more than good now. Just had to scrounge around in my cities to find some units. All right, I need to bait this off the point. So we're just gonna run past with our least valuable unit of cavalry. It's gonna be great. It wasn't great. He's alive. He routed instantly, but it's cool. They turned around. They're like, all right, cool, got him. They should have 1 more volley, right? Oh, you can see how many ammo they have left. It updates. Cool, cool, cool. Did not know that. Hey, he's back. Frankly, I have more family members than I need, and you're the least useful unit right now, so, we need to get rid of that volley on somebody. I will put you in loose formation this time, though. That'll be nice, won't it? All right, Godspeed, buddy. Hopefully you live. Hey, he made it out. He's alive. We got rid of their javelins at minimal investment. Fuck yeah. Get out of here. I like you being alive. You will definitely die if I use you in the fight. You're worth nothing. So the question is really just how to get them off the point. It seems like I just do a basic pincer.
Missiles.
Like if I come in from these 2 sides right here, I can get to javelin range, then bring these guys in on the back. And on that note, I should probably bring in my missile cav as well. All right, everyone's begun to move up. Now, if we get a reaction, it won't be a bad thing. We're going to be ready to respond. So step 1 is to bait them out. And that shouldn't be too hard. Step 2 is going to be to pull this forward, empty all of their ammunition. Step 3 is going to be crash in and chain route. This should be doable if we play our cards right. If we mess it up, catastrophic loss is maybe not even a win. But this should be doable. You can go into fire at will. No, not yet, not yet, not yet. That was over eager. Go left, go left, go left. Don't come towards these guys. Run away. Don't even do it. Don't engage. Fuck that. What do you mean they have javelins left? Just keep going. You don't need to be there. Turn in javelins. Nice turn in javelins. Nice turn in javelins. That isn't quite what was told to happen. Come fight. This isn't the way this is supposed to look at all. But it should still be good, just not as good as I had hoped it would be. Okay, so the other one's just letting us fight here. What we can do is we can walk up and set fire at will. This just triple speeds. We'll win against them eventually. Come on, throw everything. You're on fire at will. What are you doing? I'm going to set up a move command because they're only going to throw once normally. But if I immediately move them and tell them to throw again, then they'll throw both volleys. I don't know why it's like that, but you're going to see them starting to charge after this, I think. Am I correct? Yes. We don't want to do that. We want to throw the second volley and get more value. Do it again. This is fine. This is about how I expected this to go. We're going well. We're going well. When this joins, they'll be crushed. They won't be able to route through the press. Charge in. We've got them down to 80. They're surrounded. They're not going to win that. The rest of this just isn't involved presently. Unfortunately, there's no way around that. Get involved. This side, I'm just going to press forward. I know the pathfinding's just dog shit, and if I don't give the run command, they're not going to get the surface area they should have. Like, the moment you see the fight break apart like that, where a unit cheats and just goes in 2 directions at once, your surface area becomes trash unless you give move commands. And giving move commands, I think, when you do it, tends to lose some troops, but I think it's probably right. Defeat seems certain. No one else cares. We're going to triple speed this. I really wish they would route. They have hella morale, don't they? Losing a lot of infantry here. Victory seems certain. Only a fool could lose. Are you sure? No, this thing is just completely useless. It just lies all the time. That's the issue. That's the issue, right? Surely they're winning. Yeah, we're winning. We're winning. It's just a Pyrrhic victory, to be certain. It's insane how much hoplites just fight to the death. Because they're not routing fighting to the death right now. They're just tired and fighting. They're fine. I cannot believe this. They're actually winning it. They're actually winning. My guys are just losing. How even? General charge. They should be breakable, I would think. Bring everyone else back in. Because they're exhausted. That's why charging with the general is safe. Their offense output is just trash now. Get this off triple speed because my guys are doing their best to kill themselves. Everyone who's not horses, stop. How many are left? 1. Good. Okay. That was ridiculous. Wasn't happy about that. All of you, just come hang out. I have maybe a unit of spearmen left, all told. So was that just very hard cheats, or is that something I'm not understanding about combat? Because I'm looking at this and I'm just shocked at how bad that went. For some reason my Achaean are shaken despite having never been involved in the fight. That's funny. Anyway, our guys are back in the green. Let's throw around and then immediately run away. As soon as we see these javelins fly, we're running. Alright, get out of there. 114. Their pathfinding should be as bad as ours. We should be fine. We should be fine, I say, unironically. How many men are we gonna lose to this? Fucking book it. I don't know what this guy's doing, but he didn't want to be alive. Right, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Messy and shit, but fine. All right, we're still gonna lose some guys because this guy's just not in. Oh, he's booking it. Broke their ankles and got out of there somehow. Now, did they actually come to fight? They could have, but they did not. They're down to 114. I don't feel like that was the best, but they are now looking completely away from our javelins, which is probably a good thing. Interesting pathfinding, boys. What exactly are you doing? I told them to line up here, and I'm just watching them with interest, because, I mean, you're not even looking the right way. I mean, to be fair, you were looking the wrong way when you were running forward, too, but, like, hey, they figured it out. Cool, cool, cool. Throw another round. They're at 114. Let's see if we can't do more work with this one than the last one. And again, as soon as these go off, we're gonna run. Let the full volley go. There we go. And now book it. They're so fast at getting out of the town square. I don't know how they do it. We only killed 4 guys, really? Okay, I understand. I understand. They need to be tired. Their defense must go down when they're exhausted, so they'll go down like just wet paper if I can do it while they're engaged in melee and tired, but while they're just looking the wrong way, it's not that good. I think that's what's happening here. All right, we need to come piss them off, unfortunately. Come on, we're on your point. Do something about it. Yes. Halt and just fight them here. Can I get like right behind them? Victory seems certain, only a fool could lose. I believe that. We don't actually want to be on guard mode, though. And we want our general to be next to this. As weird as that seems, because we need his morale boost. I need to get him to be green, though. I need him to actually follow commands. There we go. Now we're nearby. We won't rout easily. Move up the rest of the cavalry in case we get into a position where we need to charge, but I don't think that should happen. Alright, I don't like this, but we're gonna triple speed for a while to let them get tired. Our guys are doing fine. They're not falling apart. How are we doing? Are they even into the yellow? No, they're warmed up. I'm not throwing javelins until I see that change to yellow. Wended. Kill them. 95, 83. It's way better once they're tired. Yeah, that'll equalize it pretty effectively. You can get out now. You don't need to be there. Hey, missile cav. You can't really fit, can you? There we go. That's sort of in position. Routing is very confused about how to do it. I'm just interested in watching. I want to see. Oh no, they did great. Fire at will. They've got 28 guys left. They're shaking as well. They should be. Probably gonna get some friendly fire here, but I expect it's worth it. Oh shit! You get out, get out. This guy's almost dead. I really want you to survive the fight. They're not firing, interestingly. Look, I know that fire at will means you will do friendly fire. That's okay. The friendly fire is worth it. Down to 15. Yeah, javelins into tired soldiers' rears just melts them. It's so effective. Probably my favorite strat in Realism, Imperium Surrectum. It's very, very good. I wasn't aware of why it was so good in episode 1 compared to what it normally does. It's because of fatigue, lowering their defense. You can stop killing our old men and just go in personally now. Oh, that was a lot harder than it should have been. Traded 1 for 1. That doesn't happen often in my campaigns, but we got through it. All right, we've almost fully kicked Macedon off of the Peloponnese. It's just Megalopolis left that they have. Taking a look at this, the Greek hoplites need to immediately, they can't even reach Corinth. We're leaving behind the garrison of a general. No, we're not leaving behind a garrison at all. I think that's the plan. Yeah, just step out entirely. They're fine. They don't need anything. This place will never recruit, destroy the barracks and the Antigone recruitment for sure. And there's literally nothing to build here until it grows, which it will not do for a long time because I just enslaved the populace. And our capital still hasn't grown. It's only at 5,200. Oh, it's so brutal. Getting that to tier 3 will really up our maximum unit quality, but it's gonna take so long to really have an effect with just one tier 3 city, unfortunately. So all that's left is determining where to move the army that was in Athens. And the first part of that is just saying, can they leave Athens ungarrisoned? And they can. Now, is Athens actually safe? Yes, it is fully body blocked. How? Oh, there's a mountain right here, meaning you can't get past Megara, and it's body blocked on Tanagra. Yeah, there's no way to get to Athens. Cool, cool, cool. This army needs to be retrained. I believe the same is true for the other army. Yes. How much money does Athens make, by the way? 37.97. Hey, who has the best influence, or sorry, management? Anyone actually good at that? Yeah, my faction leader. No, thank you. This guy has management 10. I'm gonna put him on the boat and ship him to Athens to govern Athens instead. Even with him here, this place is only 2,700. The baseline was 2,115. He should be able to make like twice as much money in Athens. Argos is throwing a bit of a fit over here. They need somebody. So if I just send over a general, that'll probably be enough. They're right at 70. Yeah, that's fine. All right, I think that's it for this turn. I could spend my 9,000, but there's really nothing efficient to spend it on. Am I really just saving it for mercs in the future? I mean, I know elephants are dummy expensive, right? Like, it's gonna be ridiculous when I get here. In 2 turns, I'm gonna just hemorrhage money. Additionally, I have all the retraining costs for my army coming up. I think it's right to hold money until I know about the retraining cost. Backspace to get my turn back, because I just forgot this guy existed.
Be quick. Our patience is limited.
We found a faction that doesn't really exist. Anyway, let's talk to Emporia. Or not. Try again? Let's talk to their other town. That was weird.
A most generous
Trade
proposal.
rights. I hear my map's worth like 2,500 these days. Isn't that nuts?
Regretfully, we must decline.
Apparently I was too generous. I mean, if you insist. Like, I don't think that's actually the problem we were having. Yeah, no. So, down to 2,000.
Regretfully, we must decline.
I have heard that if I offer them a gift of like $10, here's 10 American dollars.
A most generous proposal.
They'll consider my options again, like it'll reset my diplomatic standing with them for the turn, and they'll forget the social faux pas of having overcharged my map the first time.
Regretfully,
Didn't work.
we must decline.
I'm gonna sit here and try to sell them a map next turn. Oh, this guy didn't move.
I shall speak with them at once.
We're gonna get trade
A
rights this
most
turn?
generous
Yeah, I don't know why you're so
proposal.
pissy last turn. $2,000 for a map. Great deal.
Regretfully,
No one wants
we
the
must
map.
decline.
Right, let's go look around the Antigonid Kingdom with my spy. That's gonna be a big stack, isn't it? No, it's not that bad, actually. Everything does have a garrison of like 3 to 5 units by the look of it, which is fairly intimidating. They can get together another stack quite quickly. This appears to be like a weird dead end. No, it's a mountain pass. You can go over it. Strange. Anyway, I'll see you over that mountain in the next turn. For now, I'm done. I'm gonna hold my money. The Antigonids are moving north. Interesting. I saw like 3 small stacks head up there. I wonder who they're fighting. Probably Thrace. That would make sense. Oh my god, I got up between turns to go get a drink because the turn timer's so long in the new version. Athens is begging for a ceasefire. They're actually giving me money and asking for nothing. I don't border Athens anymore. I don't know what they plan to do with their army, but they should never dow me because I don't share a border with them anymore. Yes,
Our thanks.
That makes my life so much easier. Thank you. Do you want trade rights, by the way?
A most generous
And
proposal.
I know I sold you my map before, but like, it's a much better map these days than it used to be. Easily a $2,000 map.
Regretfully,
God, no one wants the
we
map
must
anymore.
decline.
I don't know. Since I reloaded my save, my map appears to have lost value substantially. What about $1,200? Come on, man.
Regretfully,
no one wants the
we
map
must
today. I don't know
decline.
what's happening. Athens is like, wait a second. Is all of his territory ungarrisoned? Why do we beg for peace? What is this? Right, so Epirus has come down with a big army. Oh, right, shit, they put armies in boats last turn and I didn't respond. I was supposed to adjust my garrisons. It's fine, the AI can't naval invade for shit, apparently. That's still quite spooky. That was a big mistake to make. Oh, they actually attacked the fort. Look at them go.
We are
Oh,
under siege.
no, they broke siege and re-sieged it. They did not attack the fort. My hype was misplaced. Whoops. All right, so first of all, candidate for adoption, we say yes every time. Second of all, there's an emergent faction. Now, I don't actually want to play as them. I'm going to save my game real quick. But I do want to just, like, see what does this look like when they emerge. I'm going to just click yes real quick and go over to them. When you click yes, a turn happens. This is a substantially longer experiment than I thought it would be. Cool, so these people appear to be... I assume you aren't the Seleucids, right? Like, you probably don't want that building. And you have, yeah, your own recruitment building. What sort of roster are we looking at here? What do you have to work with, guys? They get some weird light infantry axe boys. They get the Zistophoroi. What sort of weapon are you holding? That's a crazy looking sword you got there. They seem decent, like not incredible, but decent. The morale's nice. All told, fairly skimpy roster. Not sure I'd enjoy being these people. But I am going to drop a save as them, just because it is interesting. I'm going to be honest, though, looking at this faction, even starting with a very large number of units, right? There's like a Seleucid stack right here, right there. The Ptolemies start with a full stack here. These guys seem doomed to die, but it makes me a little bit hyped for the possibility of jumping the Aftermath playing as Rhodes, right? Like, that could be interesting. But for now, I'm just going to keep that save in case I'm interested in playing it. If you guys want to see me try to make this work in the future, tell me in the comments. But this looks like a nightmare, like maybe even unwinnable. I look at this and I think, all right, migration campaign, because we can't stay here. Buy a boat, go to Rhodes. We can't stay here. This is interesting, but we're not doing it right now. All right, so I've encountered a bug here. I don't know if it's a base game bug or a bug with a new version in 0.6, but it involves boat movement. As you can see, I bring this boat over. It can easily reach back to where it came from. It should have tons more movement than this. It's just blockaded by the Epirus Navy. That's not important. The important thing here is that when you put a unit on the boat's movement speed updates to be restricted by that unit. That's normal. They're on the boat. Their movement range is adjusted to match it. What's not normal is if you realize the boat's too slow now and you can't make the distance, if you take this guy off the boat to get your old movement speed back, you still stay in the updated movement range, which is really dangerous when there's a navy right next to you that will kill everyone on the boat and possibly more importantly the boat itself, because God knows the people on the boat are worthless if the boat doesn't take them back to be retrained. So now that I understand this, I'm going to reload the save and play according to it. What I believe should be happening is that the boat is restricted to the movement of the slowest unit aboard it. It should not just have its movement reduced to that value, because then it doesn't actually go back up to what it should be without them. As an example, right? Like with armies, it should just be the normal way an army works. If you take this army and you have the cavalry leave it, you can see that when the cavalry are selected alone in the top left there, they can go further. Whereas the way the boats are working, even if I were to unselect this guy, you still wouldn't be able to go this last little bit. It's just glitched right now. I don't know if it's a base game glitch or not, but it is definitely a problem for me. So what I'll be doing instead, I'll be playing slightly less efficiently than normal. We're gonna take just the general out of Nalpactus? No idea how that's pronounced. We're gonna get out of there, come over here, and bring this man to Athens so that he can make money hand over fist. They're currently making 37.91 without him. He comes in, we can crank the tax now. It's up to 4,900. Just 2,200 gold a turn. It's a shame he's 59 because he will die soon. He'll live effectively twice as long as he used to thanks to 4 turns per year. So that feels good at least. And then the boat's going to come back and we're going to assemble everyone right here on the shore to be retrained in the future. Our garrisons include this guy, because all of this is safe now that we're at peace with Athens. There's just no looming threats to it, so all of this can come over. These mercenaries are also no longer necessary. I'll bring them down to Corinth to become garrisons in the future. I don't think this guy at Delphoi is necessary, but I'm going to leave him here just in case this fort ever falls. It'll catch him immediately as well. It's essentially a second level of fort walling. It's a fairly expensive garrison at 400 a turn. Actually, at 400 a turn, if it's no longer necessary, that's just a disband. I don't want to pay that. We have another hoplite here. Frankly, it doesn't really need to be retrained at 87 units out of, what, 122, I think? Yeah, 122. It's at 2/3 strength. That's low enough to justify getting it retrained. It's also decently far from the army since it doesn't have the named leader Moldus movement right now, so it's going to slow us down to try to bring it. In our original army, we can consolidate that hoplites, bring one over to get retrained. Down here, this army's wrecked. The Greek hoplites go back to Corinth to get retrained. That one's easy at least. If you click on Corinth correctly, it's very hard sometimes. The hoplites, the foreign thoroughforway, those have to be retrained. So this is going to get us 7 units instantly. From all of that being careful and fights, we've done where we managed to save 2 guys, 20 guys, 8 guys. That's getting us 3 units. Essentially an entire 2 turns of recruitment is being done instantly by how cautious we play and how many units we've kept alive over fights. This general's obviously leaving. We don't need him down here. And all this stuff where they're happier now, it's because the unrest is going away. They were conquered a while ago. They're getting happier. Oh, this Achaean hoplite desperately needs the retraining. Dear Lord, he's barely alive. I mean, I guess I have him worse, don't I? And this guy will not be garrisoning these cities. He does not need to be down here. All right, that's all of my garrisons updated, I think. This army's obviously coming down, and it's obviously coming down to fight Sparta. I'm gonna come here and merge. I'm gonna bring this other army over and merge. What are we looking at? We're looking at a lot of family members. Not a great thing to start with. We have 3 units of infantry, 2 javelineers, 2 archers, and the entire Achaean family, adopted family, I imagine. I would like to recruit a boat on this side of the Peloponnesus, because we're going to need to sail down and take out Sparta, which will be a good jumping point onto Crete. And that might eventually lead us into direct conflict with the Ptolemies, but actually, we should just never go to Crete since we're allied to Ptolemy, right? Because we're allied with the Ptolemies and never have to worry about them coming after us, it's still a good jumping point to Rhodes. Like, they're right here, the naval trade's valuable, they're small and weak. Pick up Chios on the way out. I don't know if it's worth going east at all, really. I think the Colossus of Rhodes will probably be worth it as a mostly coastal faction. We should sally forth here just to see what this army is. Javelin, broken archers, broken spearmen, slingers, broken cavalry, javelin, archers. They have 2 units of cavalry and their general and almost nothing else. We can beat that. Actually, we can crush that. Because they have 120 light cav, right? Which is a lot, but 39, 69, 72, 82, 95, 110 heavy cavalry of generals. We have same number heavy cav. Some of them will probably die, but we'll just adopt new ones. It's fine. Yeah, we can sally, or not sally, we can come down and just beat that. We can beat that with relative ease. And in fact, I think we're going to be starting next episode with that fight because I don't think they'll retreat. Yeah, this is where we're going to start next episode, but for now, I'm done. I think I'm right on time for a video at the minute. So let's call it here. We'll pick up next time with the war against Sparta. I hope you've been enjoying this as much as I have. I've been having a blast. I don't know why I was so incredibly vulgar in the first 6 parts. Not like vulgar as in Crash, just swearing a lot, like way more than I normally do. I was really amused about when I was editing. I was like, I don't normally swear this much, I think. I hope. Anyway, sorry about that. Not that anyone cared, but still. Like I was saying, thank you for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, Evan and Jeffrey B. And I'll see all of you in the next one.